And we have a Bluffton man who is celebrating 100 years, which is such an accomplishment. We had to come over and see what life is like. We're sitting down now with Nick, who has invited us over. You recently had a big birthday party. Tell us about that.
Well, I was shocked and surprised to find that all of my nieces and nephews had been here from all over the states, and it was a pleasure to see them there, and it was enjoyable.
What a special treat to be able to have family gather for such a big birthday. I love your shirt. It took me 100 years to look this good, is what it says.
It did.
Which is perfect. I love it. I have had the opportunity to walk through and learn a little bit from you about what you like to do for fun. I myself am a big puzzle fan, and you have done some incredible work. I got to walk through and see some of that. Tell us a little bit about your hobbies and what you enjoy doing.
When the virus came through, I had to find something to keep me busy. So I sat down with a friend of mine, and we started doing these puzzles, checkers, and I framed a few, and I gave a few away, and they enjoyed them. And we'll show you some of the ones that we had done.
I enjoyed walking through, looking at the pieces that you've worked on. Hours of puzzling work, some 3D, just really beautiful work. We have to talk about your life. Now, I learned that you were an identical twin.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about growing up.
In school, the teacher did not distinguish who was who. So she used to put us across the room, and then she used to point. She did not know if she called the right name or not. But even my parents were confused about the names.
Well, with a family of 15, it sounds like that could be an issue. There's 15 siblings, in fact, so you grew up in a very big family.
Yes.
I also want to talk about, there's a soap sitting on this coffee table here that is representative of your very first job. Tell us about your first job and how this soap is significant.
Well, back in those days, I'd say like in 1936, 37, no one was working hardly. And my brothers used to go out looking for jobs, but wouldn't take me because he said, "You're too young, you're only 15. So they left, and I thought, how do they know if I'm 15 or not? So I went and looked for a job, and I stopped at this, what they call Manhattan Sweetheart Soap Company. And I filled an application, and the following week I was called to work. And I worked there for 4 years before the service time. And I had to get into defense work or go to service. But it was an advantage to work for the government, which I did. And I had learned my apprenticeship at Sweetheart Soap, and I became a machinist. So it was an advantage for me to change jobs. So after that, I had gone to California. I married my wife. I bore three children, 1 boy and 2 girls. And they're still with me today, but my wife has been gone for the last 32 years.
So a wonderful career, a long life you've lived, and You look great. You sound great. A lifetime of family and friends and hard work. And now you've got your television interview underway. So you've done a great job. Thank you so much for having us here.
May I say one more thing?
You may.
Then I met my friend, Agnes, and her family, and it was just like me starting all over again. I enjoyed them all, and I loved them all. And I love you too.
Well, we love you for taking this time, for sharing your life with us, and 100 years, and he does still look good. Thank you so much for taking the time. This was great. We'll be back.